Hi, this is Zach here from SSW, and welcome to the SSW Rewards Sprint Review for Sprint 30. So let's jump right in. So this was a one-week sprint. We had one sprint goal, which sadly we couldn't complete. It was improving the login process to make, because it's causing some friction, creating a lot of steps kind of back and forth that we're hoping to sort of cut down on. Unfortunately, we might need Matt Goldman to help out with this one, although we do have some improvements in the pipeline in terms of integrating deep linking, which should hopefully help cut down on this as well, but we'll see how that goes.
Did you see that Matt Goldman recorded a video for this?
No, I haven't.
Okay, all right. So Seth, would you be able to email Matt Goldman and say, can I have a link to the video you recorded on the auth issues with Adam?
All right, cool. Yep, so again, this was a one-week sprint. It was just me working on this. Jump into the sprint PBIs. So we had 9 PBIs in the sprint. Fortunately, 2 were complete, although we've got a few there that are basically done but are just awaiting code review. Some PBIs of note are we had one Android issue that's been longstanding. We've had various reports over several months. It's very rare, but sometimes when jumping back into the app after it's been sitting in the background, it can cause a crash. That's finally been resolved. It was a MAUI issue that updating that to latest version has fixed, which is good.
Great.
We've made some nice UI improvements as well that you should see in the next version. So if you're redeeming a prize, it's no longer a tiny little icon. It'll now be a nice big image, so you see exactly what you're trying to redeem, which is good.
Right. Okay. Just one thing on this, Seth. See how 3 of them are bugs? We have a rule to always prefix them with bugs as well, just so they stand out as bugs, because not everyone gets it from the icon. So if you can edit that, that'd be great.
Okay, cool. And apart from that, we've made some good progress on some PBIs, which we should see completed early on in our next sprint in regards to things like deep linking, which unlocks a whole lot of potential going forward, as I said, with the auth issues, but also being able to link a user directly into the app from, say, an email or scanning a QR code outside of the app, and also being able to link a company's URL. So in addition to GitHub, Twitter, etc., be able to put in just any URL and have that show up for non-SSW users. So a lot of progress done there, and yeah, should be done very soon. Any other questions?
Not good.
Cool. Let's jump to application health. Pretty much the same as normal. We did have one spike on the 9th. I looked into this, and again, we just get a lot of bot activity, a lot of crawlers hitting us, and they tend to happen at the same time, which causes that spike. A lot of it's just nonsense coming from end countries. Might see what I can do here to hopefully cut down on the noise here, but yeah, unfortunately, it's just automated activity.
So Zach, what you could do is talk to somebody about putting something in Cloudflare or Front Door that stops that. So I would talk to Matt Wicks about this one.
Okay. Yep. Cool.
Or I'd talk to Nick Curran about it.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Cool. Any other questions?
No.
Cool. Let's jump into application health. So on iOS, we've had no crashes in the past 7 days, which is nice. Just a couple warnings, but they're more related to kind of expected auth things. So, token expires.
Yep.
So that's all well and good.
See in the top right-hand corner, it has time 30 days. Can you change that to 7 days?
Oh, I didn't even notice that. Do you want me to do that now, or should I do that?
No. I just wondered, because usually I think that we do these reports based on a rolling 7 days, but maybe I'm wrong.
Okay. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind. But yeah, that's basically the cutoff there for the past week. So yeah, there hasn't really been much. And on Android, pretty much the same. We had a couple minor crashes show up. One which appeared to be an auth issue on a very old version, which is probably why that's happening, but I'll have to dig into that a bit further. And we did have one connection issue, which seemed to be just a localized, someone's network wasn't working and crashed for some reason.
Right.
But for the most part, nothing of note. Any other questions or concerns there?
Right, all good.
Cool. Let's jump to application engagement. So as expected, after the conference, it's died down a lot on iOS. Currently have no daily users. We had 2 users of the past 7 days, which I'm pretty sure are just me and my simulator. In terms of the versions people are on, we haven't seen a ton of adoption on the latest, but because we're not seeing many users currently, that's kind of skewed because we can't really tell if they've updated or not. So hopefully when we get people back on to using the app, we'll see those stats jump up a bit. But for Android, we did see a little bit more activity. So we've had 10 users in the past 7 days. Decent amount of daily sessions too. So they, for a lot of days, they might pop back on it for, maybe 5 times a day, which is good. And we're seeing good adoption too. So most users are on either the current version or the very last version. So yeah, any questions or concerns about that?
Nope.
Cool.
Sorry, how do I see whether there's more users on Android or iOS?
I guess if we go by the past month, they're about equal actually.
Right.
So we've had on iOS we've had 65 users, and on Android we've had 65 exactly as well. So that's interesting. So 50-50 split.
All right, good.
Cool. So deployments, we haven't had any deployments in the past week. Once I get a few of my PBIs approved, I'll push out a new beta and test flight. So hopefully we'll get that out within the next sprint. But yeah, no promotion to production or
I would definitely be pushing it out earlier in the sprint in case you get feedback that you need to fix something. And the reason for that is unless there's some really important things to fix on the backlog, we want you to fix some bugs on CodeWatcher. So that would be switching teams for a couple of sprints.
Yep.
Yeah, CodeWatcher is blocking some people.
Yeah, I've had to jump off a bit to try to look into that issue as well.
Okay.
Cool.
All
right. So for R&D, we didn't do any experimental work. And for our retro, what went well, we finally fixed a long-standing Android bug, which is good. We should have some improvements to the redemption process. So, actually having the users be able to see what they're redeeming is a nice feature to have. And we've got a designer book to give us some design improvements going forward, which is nice.
Okay. All right. Can you just make sure, Seth, there is a green tick on what went well and a red cross on what didn't go so well? That should be in the standard, in the template.
Yeah, we should probably update the template for this.
Yes, I think we should, because we got asked to add it last time as well.
And also, I don't know where you've got this from, but the 2 links that are on that page are very old links. They're not current. So that means they've come from an old template. I can tell from the prefix we don't use rules.ssw.
Right. Okay.
So, yeah, fix the template.
Yep.
Yeah, and check that you're actually following the template because it looks like you're not.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's happened there with the.
Okay. All right, keep going.
Cool. So what didn't go well? It's only me on the project, so yeah, just a little swamp trying to get everything done, and we have to wait for Goldie to hopefully help out with some of the auth improvements. But yeah, that's about it for the sprint Retro. Any other questions or concerns here?
No, all good.
All right, cool. So I'll jump into the forecast. So this is the forecast for Sprint 31. We had one main sprint goal here, which is to add the deep linking. So we'll prioritize this and should be done fairly quickly. Again, like I said, this should unlock a lot more potential going forward in terms of how we connect with the app externally.
So I'm not understanding where in the app do you need deep linking? What is it going to how is it going to benefit the users?
Yeah. So one thing would be, say, if we're sending an email, whether it's they filled in a Google form or they've registered, we could then have a button that says open the app, and it will take them straight into the app rather than go to the browser and make them go through the App Store. So it cuts off those steps there.
Okay, that's excellent.
And also things like QR codes, because we can now prefix QR codes with our own custom URL scheme. So if someone scans one of our QR codes with their normal camera app or any other scanner, it'll then take them into rewards, and then we can then redeem that externally as well.
Okay. All right.
So I think there's some really good benefits there. Cool. Yep. So the sprint duration is 1 week. Next review is next Wednesday. And these are the items we have for the next sprint. So basically, a couple of these are pretty much done. We're just waiting sprint reviews. So these are the top two. And we still have the deep linking, so we'll get that finished. Being able to link company's URL, which should be nice and really expand upon those profiles. And a couple more here in terms of UI improvements, like making UI elements more obvious that they're tappable by giving them animations. Another useful one will be being able to open a user's profile. So if they scan their QR code, rather than just give them a little pop-up that says whether you scanned them or not, it'll take them straight to their profile, which I think is a very obvious feature to have. So we'll aim to get all these done next sprint. Any questions or concerns there?
I would definitely like to see some done videos. Like, for example, when you finish some functionality like the QR code, I'd record a done video and get me to check the user experience is good and put it on the channel.
Okay. Yep. No worries.
Whenever you finish a piece of functionality, like a end-to-end process that you do this and you redeem things, record another video. There's the redeeming from beginning to end.
Okay.
I think doing that for the deep linking one, Zach, would be a good idea.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'll try to get some done videos for some of these PBIs.
Okay. All right. Good.
Yeah. Cool. Cool. Well, that concludes the SSW Rewards sprint review and sprint forecast for sprints 30 and 31. This video will be uploaded to the SSW Rewards YouTube, so you can view this sprint review and some previous sprint reviews as well, and any other videos we upload, say done videos and whatnot. So that's it for this sprint review. This is Zach from SSW signing off.
Thank you, Zach.
Yeah.